Friends, my name is Somala Suresh and I am a mechanical engineering faculty in KG Reddy College of Engineering and Technology. And the subject today I am going to teach is operation research. Now, what is operation research? We have to give definition to it, right? See, to put it simply, it is an optimization methodology. Any process that you take, you apply operation research methodologies to get the optimum conditions. So, simply it is a methodology or technique, you can call that technique, to get optimum conditions. For the given process, any process that you take, you apply operation research methodology and get the optimum conditions for that given process. What are these optimum conditions? In general, there are two types of categories. One is maximization in case the process involves in profits. Okay, you want to maximize your profits, right? And another category is minimization. Here it involves cost. So, we will look at the definition again. Operation research is a methodology to get the optimum condition for the given process. There are two types of category of processes. One is a maximization and there is minimization. For example, if the process involves in profits, you want to maximize, you apply operation research methodology and get the maximum optimum conditions for the getting maximum profits. And if the process involves cost, you have to apply same operation research methodology to minimize the cost, and whatever the answer that you get becomes the optimum conditions. As a mechanical engineer, when you get a job, either you will join as assistant engineer or assistant manager. Okay. So, what is the significance of this subject is that if you join in a company as assistant manager, you will have to use these methods, optimum techniques. So, for that you have to use operation research. Apart from that, you can also use production planning and control and other subjects. See, if you join as assistant manager, you have to use this operation research methodologies to minimize the cost in the industry or to get the maximum profits in the given process. Whatever manufacturing process that takes place, right, you have to apply these methods and get the optimum conditions to find the maximum profits. As far as if you join as assistant engineer, you have to use machine design and theory of machines. All these subjects will come into picture. So, I am classifying all the mechanical subjects into two categories, and the first category, these design subjects and thermal and other manufacturing subjects, if you learn them and you will have to use them if your job role is assistant engineer, and these are management subjects, operation research, production planning and control, industrial engineer. These subjects are related to management. When you become an engineer, you after certain experience you will become manager. At that point of time also you will have to use this subject. Otherwise, if you directly join as assistant manager, you will have to use this subject. That is why it is very important subject for an engineer if he has to work in any industry. So, this is the significance of the subject. Now, basically there are 5 steps in operation research. Okay. What are these 5 steps? Operation research methodology has 5 steps. Okay. What is the first step? First step is to define the problem. problem definition. Okay. So, if you go to any industry, you will encounter many problems, right? You need to find the solution for it. You will not just find a solution, you need to find optimal solution. Why? Because if you find optimal solution, you can increase your profit. If you find optimal solution, you can decrease the cost. Ultimately, for a business, money is very important. That is why you need these kind of subjects. So, first step is problem definition. You have to clearly define the problem. Second step is mathematical modeling. Okay. So, in any problem that you see in industry, first of all you have to clearly describe the problem in descriptive language. That is the problem definition. Okay. Once you define in a descriptive manner, the second step is to write mathematical equations for the given problem. Okay. So, simply the second step is in another format of the first step only. First step you have a descriptive format. In the second step, you will convert the description into mathematical equation, because without writing them into mathematical equation, you cannot solve, right. So, for the solution process, you have to write the description into mathematical equation. Now, third step, once you write all the mathematical equation, you have to solve them. That is the solution. You need to solve it. Again, for the given mathematical equations, there are many different ways of solving it. Okay. For according to your subject, you only get linear equations. Okay. You get only linear equation. What does that mean? When you try to write the problem in terms of equations, you will get only linear equations, straight line equations. The order of the variable is only 1. That is why we call them as linear programming, LP. You will often encounter this terminology called linear programming. It means that all the equations that you get in your subject are of linear in nature. So, this linear programming, you have to solve them using different methods like graphical method, simplex method, and there are other various other processes methods to solve that particular equations. Now, once you solve them, you have to verify it, verification. You need to find out whether the obtained solution is applicable or not. It is applicable to in every condition of the process. You have to verify it. Once it is verified, you have to implement. You have to implementation. Okay. So, these are the 5 steps: problem definition, mathematical modeling, solution, verification, and implementation. Okay. Now, as far as our syllabus is concerned, these 3 steps are very important. Okay. So, you don't have to do these 2 steps. Obviously, you are not going to implement, because you are not in an industry, you are in a college. So, by looking at the 5th step itself, you can understand that this is not concerning our curriculum, and 4th step is also not required. All that you need to do is first 3 steps, and in these first 3 steps as well, the problem definition is also given. You don't have to worry about the problem definition also. All that you have to do is these 2-3 steps only. Okay. So, that is very good for you, and again these 2 steps you have to concentrate more on. Okay. So, this mathematical modeling again is divided into 3 more steps. What are these 3 steps? First step is identification of decision variables. Okay. So, in order to write mathematical equations from the given problem, first step that you need to do is to identify the decision variables. Now, the second step is to identify the objective function. Okay. Once you write the objective function, then you have to write constraint equations. Okay. So you are able to do these 3 steps, the second step of the methodology is over. You can able to write all the mathematical equations. These 3 steps are very, very important. Once you are able to write all the mathematical equations, then you apply, let's say, graphical methodology, you can find out the solution. This is all you need to know. This is the operation research subject is application of mathematics. You will see more problems. Theory is very less. This is all the theory that you need. So we will directly go into the problem. We will solve one problem. Okay, and the problem category is graphical method. I told you in this solution there are different methods by which we can solve these mathematical equations. One such method is graphical method. You can solve these mathematical equations with the help of graphical method. Okay. So that graphical method we are going to discuss. And as I told you before, the problem is already given to you. Okay. You have to only focus on the second step and third step. Okay. Now I am going to give you the problem and simultaneously you write down. Okay. So please note the question while I dictate, and I also draw the table data on the board simultaneously. Please note down the question. Okay. The question goes something like this. In an industry, there are 3 machines P, Q, R. Okay. There are 3 machines P, Q, R. And with these 3 machines, you have to manufacture 2 products, let's say A and B. Okay. Now, machine P takes 10 hours of time to produce 1 unit of product A. Machine Q takes 6 hours of time to produce 1 unit of A. Similarly, machine R takes 5 hours of time to produce 1 unit of A. And as far as the product B is concerned, P will take 7.5 hours of time to produce 1 unit of B, and 9 hours, 13 hours similarly. Okay. Now, machine has some limitation. Okay. In 1 week, it can only work for 74 hours. Okay. In 1 week, machine P can work for 74 hours of time. Machine Q will work for 54 hours of time. Machine R will work for 65 hours of time in a week. Okay. This is regarding the machine PQR. Now coming to product A and B. It is a industry, right? So you are manufacturing products and to get the profits, right? For product A, if you sell them, you will get 60 rupees of profit for 1 unit of product A, and for product B, you get 70 rupees for 1 unit of product B. Let's write units as well, 60 rupees. Okay. So this is the question. I will repeat the question once again. There are 3 machines PQR. It has to manufacture 2 products A and B, and these are the timings for the machines, and 60-70 are the profits for A and B respectively. These are the limitations for the machine PQR, means 74 hours of time only it can work in a week, and respectively 54-65 for Q and R. Now, the question is that how many units of product A and product B the company has to manufacture to get the maximum profit? This is the question. This is the data is given, and the question that is asked is how many units of product A, product B company has to manufacture to get the maximum profit. Now, this is the this is one process. As I told you before, operation research is a methodology to get the optimum condition to the given process. This is the process. Okay, peak value it will manufacture. This is the process, and we can apply operation research method to this process to get the optimum conditions and get the maximum profit. And these are the 5 steps. As I told you before, step 1 problem definition is already given to you. You don't have to worry about it. Problem is given. All that you have to worry about is step 2 and 3. Now we will go for the step 2, mathematical modeling. Okay. So in mathematical modeling, it means that you have to write the mathematical equation. All this is descriptive. There are no equations for it. You have to write equations from the description. As I told you before, how to write these mathematical equations. You need to follow these 3 steps. First step is to identify the decision variables. What are the decision variables? I am asking you, I will give you 30 seconds. Can you identify what are the decision variables in this question? Think carefully what we have to decide. What we have to decide. Okay. A and B. In the question, it is given that how many units of product A and B we have to manufacture. So these are something that we need to decide. So let's call them x1 and x2. These are variables. These will vary. We have to decide these 2 parameters, these 2 variables. So these are the decision variables. Decision variables x1 and x2. Okay. Now second step, function. Objective function. What is our objective here? Our objective is to get the maximum profit. Okay. So if you are producing x1 units of A, how much of profit you will get for product A? Here, look at here. As I told you before, for 1 unit of A, you are getting 60 rupees profit. But if you are producing x1 units, how much of profit you will get? Just think about it. That is 60 x1. Okay. And similarly, what about B? Take 10 seconds and just think about how much of profit you will get if you produce x2 units of product B. That is 70 into x2. Let's call this Z, function Z. So we will be able to convert this description into a mathematical equations. You will get profit for product A and product B. You will combine both the profits, right? So I combined both the profits and I am terming this as an objective function. And as this is profit case, 2 cases only, right? Maximization, minimization. Profit case, it is maximization. Okay. So in the next class, we will continue the constant equation and solve this. Thank you very much.